What if the number one mistake that smart entrepreneurs make is the one that they never question? You're smart, you're strategic, and you care about your audience, but you may be burning your most valuable asset, your email list, without even realizing it. I've been behind the scenes of dozens of 6 and 7 figure launches, and they all would have failed if they had made this one mistake. Imagine only texting a friend when you needed something. In a way, that's what a lot of business owners do with their email list. Here's why this mistake is so costly, and here's how to fix it before it tanks your next launch. One thing I've noticed is that it's in between launches. It's those valleys in between the peaks. In a way, it's the off season that'll really kill your email list. Imagine you're an athlete and you're trying to win the championship, but you only start training 2 days before the season starts, and you spent the entire offseason sitting on the couch and eating potato chips. Consistency matters more than the frequency, and your audience remembers patterns, not pitches. You don't build trust by showing up only when you need something. The longer the offseason, the colder the list. But it's more than just showing up in their inbox in between launches. Transactional emails, they create emotional distance. If all you do is show up and ask for something, you're starting to make a withdrawal on an account that doesn't have any currency in it. So here's the subtle shift. Every email you send, it either builds the relationship or it burns it. When your list only hears from you during launches, you train them to associate you with a pitch, not with creating value. One of my key mantras in my life, in my business, and in my coaching and membership communities is that I want your email strategy to be thought of this way. I want you to become a character in the inbox of your reader. I want them to see your name in the inbox and their eyebrows raise and they get curious and a smile crosses their face and they go, I wonder what they're up to today. Because your emails should feel more like a welcome guest, not a salesperson banging on your front door while you're eating dinner. The goal with your emails isn't just engagement, it's familiarity and it's affinity. So here's how to shift from pitching to bonding and what to email when you're not launching. And by the way, it's not just about sending more value, at least not in the traditional way that people talk about it. Most people don't realize that they're slowly training their audience to ignore them. And there's a couple of symptoms that you may notice if this is you. Declining open rates, decreased engagement, far fewer clicks, and less sales. This is why you feel like you're starting over from scratch every time you go to launch. But when you start to consider your email strategy more like a bridge between where they are and where they need to be, you stop seeing your promotions as more like a flare gun that goes up in the sky and explodes every now and then. And we build that bridge by consistently sharing stories from our everyday life. This builds a relationship with our audience, and building relationships now creates conversions later. And if you're wondering what kinds of stories would I tell, I have a list of 202 of my best story ideas, and you can get them totally for free by clicking the link in the description. So what do relationship first emails actually look like? Well, here's how I do it and how I've done it thousands of times over the last several years with no intention of stopping anytime soon. I tell a story of the most remarkable part of my day from the previous 24 hours. It might be something that happened with my family, with my dog, with one of my hobbies, with my parents, or just me navigating my life here in Colorado as a dad of 3 teenage sons. I share a little bit about that story and what I was going through. Then I share the lesson that that story taught me. And the last piece of the framework is to show them how to apply the lesson that you just learned on their behalf. And this is what becoming a character in their inbox is all about. You're building that relationship by consistently giving them some insights into what it's like to be you. And again, if you're struggling with how to come up with story ideas, then make sure you click the link in the description before the end of the video to get my 202 top ideas for your business. Now, if you're planning a launch, or if you just had a launch fall flat, this is even more important because what usually sabotages a launch happens long before the cart actually opens. Click the video on the screen and I'll show you the real reason why most launch emails don't work and what to do differently so your next launch connects and converts. Click to watch now and I'll see you in the next video.